Good morning, everyone. I hope you get out your cup of coffee and spend a moment with me as we ponder this devotional about conversations from the cross. Matthew, the writer of that gospel that bears his name, said in verse 54 of chapter 37, when the centurion and those who were with him, no doubt other Roman soldiers, keeping watch over Jesus. They were guarding for the peace of the people, to keep the crowd in control, and to show the brutality and power of Rome. When they saw the earthquake and what took place, meaning all the events of the cross, they were filled with awe and said, "Truly, this was the Son of God." Something happened in the conversations of the cross that changed a Roman centurion who was hardened and a leader of 100 men, the best of the best, the toughest of the soldiers, like our Army Rangers would be, or one of our elite special forces. These men were taught to not be impacted by the emotions of their situation. At first, no doubt, they were mocking right along with Jesus, putting on the thorns and the robe and stripping him down and gambling for his clothes. But as the hours went on, they noticed the words that weren't there. There were no words of cursing. There were no words of crying out. There was even no moaning. It says in Scripture that he was silent, like a lamb that was being shorn. The Scripture goes on to say that there was no pushback. There was forgiveness for his tormentors. When he was on the cross, he was praying for those who were persecuting him, who were his enemies, who were killing him. Literally, he uttered prayers for them. When he was on the cross and he was stripped naked and should have been, by all estimations, an object of scorn and shame, he became a display of dignity. We think about how in that darkest moment, instead of praying for himself, he looked down at his mom and John, and he said, "John, behold your mom." He was taking care of her when he was losing his life. What kind of person, when everything is taken away, keeps having the ability to give out love? God, that's that kind of person who would say in his final moments, the work is done, the work of the cross, the work of redeeming the world. He would say, "It's finished. I've accomplished it." The great work and mission of Jesus to display love like that. The earthquake came, the curtain in the temple was broken in two, was split in half, the sky was darkened. The centurion and those soldiers with him were transformed by the conversation of the cross. Sometimes when we look back at this passage, it helps us to remember that the love of Jesus is so powerful that it transforms us. We know that. But it also has the power to transform others as they see it lived out in us. That's why Jesus would say, "Follow me. Take up your cross and follow me." He even said, "My burden is light and the yoke that you have to carry with me is easy." It's a life filled with love. It's not easy, but it's so much easier than the alternative. I'm praying today that you will ponder with me and just reflect on the love of God shown on the cross, and that you'll say, "Jesus, I want to just thank you today. I just want to be thankful for what you did on that cross." Your conversations there display a love that is beyond our comprehension. I'm Pastor Tim. I want to thank you for joining me today. If you found this video helpful, I invite you to send it to a friend who may be going through difficulty and needs to know that it's possible to be used by God with difficult conversations, with hard moments, through the love and power of the cross. God bless you.